ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ओम वासुदेवाय नमः। ओम श्री भारती देव्ये नमः। ओम श्री रमणाय नमः। श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री साममूर्तये नमः। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। Welcome to all the Jijnasus. Shubham bhavatu, samasta sanmangalani bhavantu. Let us pray silently for the peace and well-being of everybody for a moment. Okay. So in the last class, we have seen about the Sthita Prajna Lakshanam and Lord Krishna talking about how to be a Sthita Prajna and what are the qualities and how one should control oneself and the control of Indriyas. यततोषति कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः. That was the last slokam. Even a person who tries utmost, one who is knowledgeable, even the indriyas are so strong that they attract and they drag the mind to diversions. So it is very important to control the mind, and it is a great yoga. Now, coming to the present class. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vasehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. Where, in whose mind the mind will be steady, and who is Sthita Prajna, who can become a Sthita Prajna. Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asita matparaha vasehi indriyani
tasya prajna pratishthitaha.
Can you do it now? Alone, because all cannot do it at time. Tani sarvani
samyamya yukta asita matparaha vasehi
yasyendriyani
yasyendriyani
तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
तस्य प्रज्ञा
तस्य
प्रतिष्ठिता.
प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
Anyone can do it? Who will do it?
तानि सर्वाणि
तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
Who is reading, please? Your name, please.
Sir, this is Harsha.
Oh, Harsha Menon, you are there. Oh, so done well. So, Tani Sarvani Sanyamya. Harsha Menon is a boy, young, very young guy who has achieved many records in competition, videos, and all that. Sanyamya, keeping the mind. One who keeps all his organs under control. Asita Matkaraha, and one who remains seated, keeping me as the aim. Here Krishna is coming into direct authority, and he is telling you should keep your mind steady on me. Sanyamya, keeping under control, Tani Sarvani, all those organs, Yukta and composed, Asita Matparaha, one should remain seated, keeping me as the main. He, because Yasya Indriyani, whose organs Vase are under control, Tasya, that individual's Prajna, sense, Buddhi, Pratishtitaha, gets steady. One whose organs are under control, his mind will be steady and he can concentrate on me. So, keep all your mind, all your organs under control and be composed and be seated thinking about me and be keeping me as the main object or aim. Keep all the organs under control, one should remain seated, composed, keeping the mind pointed towards me, because the sense of that person remains steady, whose organs are under control. So, control of organs and mind is essential. So, you can take this for concentration on your work, your study, or whatever you do in that field. You should be composed and you should keep concentrated on that. And one who aspires for divine knowledge or Paramananda, he should keep his mind steady and pointed towards God. So here, Lord Krishna emphasizes about the control of organs, and then only your mind will be steady. He is making it clear to everybody. Then, Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Jayato. Hello?
తాత గారు మీ వాయిస్ స్లోగా వస్తుంది, చాలా లోలో వినపడుతుంది.
Anna? Hello?
చెప్పండి తాత గారు.
హలో, వినపడుతుందా?
ఇప్పుడు వినపడుతుంది.
ఓకే. విషయాన్
ఇక్కడ ఓకే. ధన్యతో విషయన ఉత్సాహ
సంగస్తేషు పజాయతే
సంగచ్చేతపజాయతే
సంగాత్ సంజాయతే
సంగాత్ సంజాయతే
కామః
కామాత్
కామాత్ క్రోధో విజాయతే
కామాత్ క్రోధో విజాయతే.
ఇది వాల్యూమ్ ఓకే.
So your voice is not audible at all.
No audio, Master గారు.
Is it better?
వినపడుతుంది తాతగారు ఇప్పుడు.
ఉండట్లేదు. వినిపించట్లేదు మాస్టర్ గారు.
వినిపించట్లేదు గురుగారు. తాతగారు
Hello?
కొంచెం బెటర్.
వినపడుతుంది తాతగారు. ఒక్కొక్కసారి వినపడట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు పర్లేదు, వినపడుతుంది తాతగారు.
Okay. One minute. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ఇప్పుడు బాగుంది గురుగారు.
Is it good?
గుడ్
Yes,
గురుగారు,
sir.
బాగుంది ఇప్పుడు.
Okay. Thank you. जायतो विषयान् पुंसः संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात् संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. Who will lead this now?
Sir, can I?
Yeah.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गास्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Nice. Punsaha, for that person, jayato vishyan, who contemplates the objects of senses or pleasures, sangasteshu upajayate, interest or attachment evolves on those. Sangat, because of attachment, kamaha, desire, sanjayate, is born. Kamat, from desire, krodho vijayate, anger is aroused. So these are the steps for getting anger. Punsaha, that person who contemplates the objects of senses or pleasures, who has no control, or who, even if he is controlling his senses but he is keeping his mind on the pleasures, one who does not leave the thought about the pleasures, interest or attachment evolves on those pleasures. And because of attachment, it is born, desire is born, and from desire, anger is aroused. That person who contemplates the objects or senses or pleasures, interest or attachment emanates on those, and because of attachment, desire is born, and from desire, anger is aroused. So, these are the steps how one gets anger. First, he does not control his organs. Next, he controls the organs. After controlling the organs also, he keeps the mind on the objects of the organs or the pleasures of the organ, or the about the final desires of the pleasures. And because of the interest in the pleasures, there is attachment, and from the attachment, the desire is born, and from desire, anger is aroused. These are the different steps for getting anger. ఎవరైనా ఆ విషయాల మీద, అంటే వస్తు సముదాయం యొక్క ఆనందం, వాటి గురించిన ఆలోచన ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి వాటి మీద ఒక అభిమానం కానీ కోరిక కానీ పెరుగుతుంది. ఆ అభిమానం వల్ల ఆ కోరిక కలుగుతుంది. ఆ కోరిక వల్ల అది కానీ సక్రమంగా జరిగితే పర్వాలేదు, లేకపోతే క్రోధం వస్తుంది, జరగలేదు అని. కానీ దాన్ని తాను సముదాయించుకుని ఆ కోరికలను విడిచిపెట్టి దాని మీద ఆ అభిమానాన్ని విడిచిపెట్టినప్పుడు మనస్సు స్థిమితపడుతుంది, వాడు స్థిరప్రజ్ఞుడవుతాడు. But that person who contemplates the objects of senses or pleasures, or attachment emanates on those, and because of attachment, desire is born, and from desire, anger is aroused. So one should not get anger. That is the ultimate in this sloka. So for not getting anger, there should not be desire. And for not having desire, the interest or attachment on the sensual objects should go. And who contemplates the pleasures, then the desire will not go and the interest does not go. So these are the different steps to control the anger. Understood? Are any questions on this? Because this is important. How to control the anger, and what are the after effects of getting anger, and how a person is doomed because of anger is told in the next sloka. So first, if this is understood, then we'll go to the next sloka. Any questions about this?
No.
Understood, sir.
Okay, well, thank you. Then, krodhat bhavati sammohaha. So it was told, parandrishta vivartate. So if one keeps his mind steady on the main object, or where it should concentrate, then all others will be driven away. Param drishtva vivartate. That is what is told in the Smritis. Param, it can be God, it can be your object of study, it can be anything. So if you keep your mind on that, then mind will not deviate. That is what is told. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibramaha, smriti vibramsat buddhinasho, buddhinasat pranasyati. These are the different steps for the downfall of a person. Sammohaha, by infatuation or the great desire. Krodhat bhavati, then anger is aroused. And sammohat, by the infatuation, that results in smriti vibraha, loss of memory. Sammohat krodhat bhavati, and sammohat krodhat bhavati sammoha. Because of anger, infatuation occurs or mesmerization occurs, and because of that, smriti vibrama or loss of memory occurs, and smriti bhramsha, from loss of memory, buddhi naso, senses are, the sense of the person is lost, and senses are destroyed, and buddhi nasa, because of the loss of sense, pranasyati, downfall occurs. So this is what is called sadasad vivechana, kartavya kartavya is lost due to anger. Sadasad vivechana means analyzing the good from the bad, what is good and what is bad. That analysis capacity for analysis, what is good and what is bad, is lost because of anger. And also kartavya kartava nishayam, or determination of what should be done and what should not be done, what is good and what is bad. All this analytical capacity, or think what to do and what not to do, and what is good and what is bad, this will not work if one is in anger. So anger is the root cause of loss of pranasyati, the downfall. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. క్రోధం వల్ల సమ్మోహం కలుగుతుంది. సమ్మోహ స్మృతి విభ్రమ, ఆ సమ్మోహం వల్ల స్మృతి విభ్రమం అంటే మతి మార్పు వస్తుంది. స్మృతి భ్రంశాత్ బుద్ధినాశో, స్మృతి భ్రంశం వల్ల బుద్ధి నశిస్తుంది. బుద్ధి నాశాత్ ప్రణశ్యతి, ఆ బుద్ధి నశించడం వల్ల పతనం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ డిఫరెంట్ స్టెప్స్, దీస్ ఆర్ ది డిఫరెంట్ స్టెప్స్. क्रोधात् भवति
क्रोधात् भवति
सम्मोहः
सम्मोहः
सम्मोहात्
सम्मोहात्
स्मृतिविभ्रमः
स्मृतिविभ्रमः
स्मृतिभ्रंशात्
स्मृतिभ्रंशात्
बुद्धिनाशो
बुद्धिनाशो
बुद्धिनाशात्
बुद्धिनाशात्
प्रणश्यति.
प्रणश्यति.
You can read this.
क्रोधात् भवति सर
Okay. Continue.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रमः च बुद्धिन्यासो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very good. Lalita, you are also doing. Can you do it again? Can you do it again?
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very good. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Because of anger, sammoha or infatuation or some mesmerization of the mind occurs. And sammoha smriti vibrama. Because of that mesmerization or infatuation, it's smriti vibrama, loss of memory, loss of thinking capacity occurs. Smriti vibramshat, the loss of memory, buddhi nasho, sense is destroyed. The buddhi is destroyed. And buddhi nashat, because of the loss of buddhi or the senses, pranasyati, downfall occurs. Suppose a lawyer is very angry on the opponent, then he will not be able to argue because he cannot think and he forgets about all his arguments. So he should be careful. A student, if he is angry because the examiner asked him to keep aside something or not to look to the other's paper, then if he gets anger, he cannot concentrate on the paper. Likewise, any person, if he comes under the angry mood, they cannot concentrate. క్రోధం వలన కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ నిశ్చయ బుద్ధి ఉండదు. వాళ్ళకి ఆ కోపం వల్ల ఏటవుతుంది, సమ్మోహం కలుగుతుంది. మనస్సు అంతా కూడా ఏంటి సమ్మోహానికి లోబడుతుంది. దాని వలన మతి మరపు వస్తుంది. ఆ మతి మరపు వల్ల బుద్ధి నశిస్తుంది. బుద్ధి నశించిందంటే పతనం అని ప్రారంభమైంది, పతనం జరుగుతుంది. అంచేత ఆ సదసద్వివేచన, కర్తవ్యాకర్తవ్య వివేచన, ఆ నిశ్చయత ఇవన్నీ కూడా లోపిస్తాయి. ఈ కోపం వల్ల వచ్చే రిజల్ట్స్ ఏమిటంటే కటుత్వము, కఠోరత, కవర్డిస్, పిరికితనం అంటాం. కవర్డిస్, కటుత్వం వస్తుంది మనసులో, కఠోరత వస్తుంది, హింసా ప్రవృత్తి వస్తుంది, ప్రతిహింసా ప్రవృత్తి వస్తుంది, దైన్యం వస్తుంది, జడత్వం వస్తుంది, మూఢత్వం వస్తుంది. ఈ అవగుణాలన్నీ కూడా స్మృతి భ్రంశం వల్ల వస్తాయి. దీని వల్ల స్మృతి భ్రంశం వచ్చి దాని వల్ల పతనం ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. ఒక్క క్రోధం వల్ల వచ్చే నష్టాలు చూడండి. కటుత్వ, కఠోరత, కవర్డిస్, హింస, ప్రతిహింస, దైన్య, జడత్వ, మూఢత్వ, all these avagunas. So because of all these avagunas, the downfall occurs. So one should be very careful not to come into an angry mood. And it is a great advice from this sloka that control your organs such that you don't get that anger. By anger, infatuation or mesmerism is caused, and infatuation or mesmerism results in loss of memory, and from loss of memory, sense is destroyed, and because of loss of sense, downfall occurs. So to avoid all these steps and downfall of a person, one should not, the final sense should not go, and the sense or it should not go, then you should not come under mesmerism of the mind, and that is caused by anger. So anger should be kept away, or one should control the anger and make practice that one does not get angry. That is the importance which we should learn in our life, that if one talks angrily, the other person feels bad. And if you same thing, if you tell in sweet words and peacefully, they will understand it and they will try to do as dictated by you, and they will be under control. So the anger is always bad in all respects. That please, all of you, please keep in mind. That is what is told in this sloka by Lord Krishna. Then, any questions on this? Hello?
నో గురుగారు లేవు.
హలో
గురుగారు
చెప్పమ్మా.
క్వశ్చన్ లేవు గురుగారు.
క్వశ్చన్ లేవా? ఓకే. నీకు కోపం వస్తుందా అలా అడిగితే?
లేదు గురుగారు.
కోపం రాలేదా? నీకు కోపం వస్తే ఏం చేస్తావు? 10 అంకెలు లెక్క పెట్టుకుంటావు కదా.
అవును గురుగారు.
అవునా? అప్పుడు గబగబా 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 నీకు బుద్ధి లేదా అని మళ్ళీ అరవడం అనమాట కదా. అక్కడ you're not controlling the organs. So the controlling this keeping away the anger should be in steps, and first you should make exercise of the organs so that they are under your control and you don't get angry. So these steps should be followed.
Okay, Gurugaru.
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu Vishayan indriyascheran Atmaivascher videya atma prasadamadigaccati. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu Vishayan indriyascheran Atmavascher videya atma prasadamadigaccati. Stu ante in contrary. So now what is told is one who gets angry and whose mind is not steady and who is under an angry mood, and because of that the downfall occurs. Now in contrary, but in contrary, ragadvesha viyuktai, one who is detached from raga or liking and dvesha or despise, vishaya, sensual objects, indriyahi, through the organs, charan, serving videyatma, keep the mind, atmavasya, self-controlled, adigachati, obtains, gets prasada or peace. So, ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyescharan. Vishayan indriyescharan, sensual objects through the organs. You are feeding the organs through vishayas or the pleasures. So, if you serve them with the desired, suppose a child, one who is suffering from fever and cold and all that, if you give ice cream to that child, it is doing bad. Like that, the Indriyas, they will be asking so many desires, they will have so many desires, and what you should do is, you should not serve them or feed them with those desires. And if they keep the mind atmavasya, self-controlled, then he will get peace of mind. And peace is not only this in the general terms, but it is peace of mind or atma shanti. So this is in contrary to that ragadvesha viyuktai, one who is detached from raga or liking and dvesha or despise. So the meaning is, one who is detached from liking and dislike, despise or anger, and he is serving or motivating the sensual objects, and if he is not doing that through the organs and keeps the mind self-controlled, he obtains great or gets great peace of mind. One who is detached from these things and whose mind is steady, he will have peace of mind. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyescharan atmavasya videyatma prasadam adigacchati. Varanya, can you read this?
రాగద్వేషం విషయాన్ ఇంద్రియైశ్చరన్ ఆత్మవశ్యేర్విధేయాత్మ ప్రసాదమధిగచ్చతి.
Anybody else?
Tadagaru.
Come on.
Ragadesha viyuktastu Vishyayanin Vishyayendriyachate
Prasadam adiga. What is that? Hello?
రాగద్వేష వియుక్తయస్తు
Astmattasmavasam Prasadamachagari.
Very good. So, one who is detached from the likes and dislikes and does not feed the organs with the sensual pleasures, his mind is controlled and he gets peace of mind. And he will have the peace of not only this physical mind, but he will get the peaceful place in his thinking. Prasadam, that word is used for the God's gift, or because of the mercy of God, one's mind will be clear. That is here, prasadam adhigacchati. He will obtain the blessings of the God. So, what are the benefits of this prasada or peace of mind bestowed on us? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopadayate prasanna chetasa hyasu buddhipatyavadishtate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopadayate. Prasade, because of this prasada or peacefulness, hanirasyopadayate, causes or it causes harm to sarva dukkhanam, to all laments or sorrows. So it causes harm to dukkham. That means it will drive away the dukkham, or it will keep away the dukkham. This peacefulness drives away all the hani. What causes these dukkhas? So all the sorrow will go away because of peaceful mind. It has the capability of driving away the sorrows. Buddhi, mind or sense of prasanna chetaso, peaceful minded person, yasu, soon, paryavatishtate, it gets concentrated. Once whose mind is peaceful, his mind gets concentrated easily and quickly. So so that is why this yoga or jhana, all these things are recommended for people. That makes your mind tranquilized and it will be in a peaceful state. And then whatever you want, the mind will be able to do it because it is devoid of anger, and that mind is elevated and you will be able to think and you can do what you want. So this meditation, yoga, all these things help for concentration because that person whose mind is peaceful, he gets soon the concentrated mind. Peaceful mind creates an atmosphere for concentration, and this peaceful mind is obtained because of driving away the anger and keeping the senses under control. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopadayate prasanna chetaso hyasu buddhipatyavadishtate. Ashwamenan, can you explain this sloka again?
Sir, explain or read.
Not reading, explain. How you understood it?
I understood it as prasade is God's gift, and sarva dukkhanam is all sadness. Then hanir ashyopajayate. If God gifts, then if God gifts is there, then all our dukkham will go, all our sadness will go away. And प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते. That line I don't know.
Prasanna Chetaso means a person who has peaceful mind. Yasu means soon. Buddhi Paryavatishtate gets concentrated. If a person's mind is peaceful, then he will soon get concentrated mind.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
simple as it. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. The peace of mind that creates hani or damage to the for the all the dukkha's. That means they are damaged. The dukkha is damaged means the dukkha is driven away and there will not be dukkham. So you will have a peace of mind and you will be happy. So and it creates an atmosphere for concentrated mind. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
mind causes harm to all laments or sorrows, and mind sense, and it drives away all the sorrows, and a peaceful-minded person soon gets concentration. Okay, because of God's grace, all the dukkhas or sorrows will be driven away, and Paramashanti or peace will be bestowed on the person. And because of that, the sense concentrates on the object. Maybe it may be God, or it may be your object or your work, whatever it be. So, नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न च अयुक्तस्य भावना न च भावयुतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. Ashantasya kutas sukham. It's a very good saying. Ashantasya, one who is not peaceful or whose mind is not in tranquil or steady. Kutas sukham, where he gets sukham, or how can he be happy? If the mind is not peaceful, how can you be happy? If it is wavering or if it is searching for pleasures which you are not getting, then the mind will be in angry mood and you will not be happy. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Ayuktasya means one who is not in position of what? The control of organs. Ayukta should be understood as the one person who is not in position or not in control of organs. Buddhi ayuktasya, he is buddhi, that person's mind, nasti, will not be there. That means there is no steady mind for that person. So one who has no control of the organs has no steady mind. He does not have the steady mind. Cha, moreover, ayuktasya, same, one without the control of organs. Bhavana, a thinking power or thinking about God, but thinking about the real object, na, that is absent. So once there is no steady mind, you cannot concentrate on the object of your desire. That is absent. Cha, and moreover, abhavayitaha, the one who has no conception or who, because of this. So when there is no control, that bhava or thinking capacity or the visualizing capacity, that is lost. And when there is no bhavayuta or that concentration of mind to think is gone, to that one who has no conception or na shantihi, there is no peace. Kutas sukham, where is happiness for him when there is no shanti? So these are all a chain. So ayuktasya, one who does not have the control of organs, to one who is not in position of organs or one who is not in control of organs, steady mind will not be there. And moreover, for one without the control of organs, thinking power is absent or concentrating on an object is lost. And to the one who has no bhavana or imagination or conception, there is no peace. And where is happiness for one who has no peace of mind? So these are all a chain. So the control of organs, swadhinata, that is advocated so many times, and all the bad effects of not controlling the organs is stressed again and again. So we will read this one. Nasti buddhirayuktasya. Hello. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न च अयुक्तस्य भावना न च अभावयुक्तः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. Vijaya, can you read this one?
Yes, Master.
Please.
नास्ति बुद्धिर् अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न च
भावयुक्तः शान्तिः
न च भावयतः शान्तिर् अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्.
अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. Harsha, you will also read?
Yes, sir.
Please.
नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न च भावयतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्.
Correct. Anybody else want to read?
తాతగారు
చదవమ్మా.
నాస్తి బుద్ధిరయుక్తస్య న చాయుక్తస్య భావనా అశాంతస్య కుతః సుఖం.
ఆదిత్య
తాతగారు
చదువు.
నాస్తి బుద్ధిర్యుక్తస్య న చాయుక్తస్య భావనా న చ భావయతః శాంతిః అశాంతస్య కుతః సుఖం.
Why I'm making so many people read is that is important, and for a peace of mind and for happy living, control of mind is that important, and peace of mind is important, and thinking capacity, bhavana or imagination, you should be able to visualize things. That capacity comes when your mind is peaceful. If you are in a disturbed mood, you cannot think or visualize things, and you cannot do anything proper. So this is a chain of things. And now I will not go further today. And now we'll have a discussion. Anybody can elaborate what is told today and what are the important aspects of today's slokas and how God has given us good advice for a good living. Please come forward.
Sir, namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Funny.
Funny.
Sir.
Come on, please.
So basically, first thing is that our own anger is our own enemy, and with anger you get all negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative things happen.
Which you don't have, is it not?
No.
No, I'm saying, if you have anger, all these things, negative things only will happen. So it is better to be calm. So with calmness and peace of mind, we would be able to achieve many things in life. Even whenever we face a situation, if we sit down for some time and think over it and visualize things and then try to act upon it, it gives good results. Like this, whenever you face anger or something, people say count some numbers or something. These are all tricks to contemplate on the problem. Actually try to analyze the problem. It might be an opportunity for us to evolve.
Good.
Yes. That's
so
all.
How to control this anger?
Sir, controlling this anger is like we should not try to subvert it, or to controlling is like transcending. It is not that if we have an anger, we just blurt it out. If we have an anger, instead of shouting, it is better to convey the issue with whom because of which the anger has arisen, and discuss things. Sit down and take an opportunity. Might be we might not get an opportunity the same moment, but however, if we take back and uh, then reflect upon the same issue at another time where the tension levels or something are normal, and put it in a way, uh, in a put your words in such a way that it is very soothing, and however you are conveying your point, you're firm, your these situations we keep facing every day to day, sir, as an administrator.
Mm.
I keep facing. So if I need to develop my junior,
Mm.
if I shout at him every time he creates a mistake,
Mm.
then I am also losing it and he is also losing it.
Yeah.
But however, if I try to explain him, you have done a mistake, okay, that's okay. Those who work only create mistakes. Those who don't work never create mistakes in their life. So it's a part of learning, and that's how it goes. Yeah, but sometimes you have to let go, like the pressure cooker, which gives three whistles.
Mm.
So it
Mm.
has to come
So
out.
it is better to express the anger.
It is better to express the anger to the extent needed.
See, that's okay, but uh, what is in between your who is the mediator to control you?
That is what, sir. The mediator is, since we have taken you as Guru and Jagat Guru is Lord Krishna, he is our mediator. We talk to him.
No, no, that is correct. But now, what is the advice? How to, because of what you are getting anger, and how you can uh, control your anger? It is told in a different way, is it not? Here, first you should control your organs.
Mm.
That controlling of organs. There are 15 sense organs we learned in the last classes. So
Sir.
if you control, keep them under your control, like the horseman controls the horses.
Sir.
And because they are so powerful, they will drive away you to anger and all the bad things. So first thing is you are controlling your organs. That is what is told once again, once and many times in this. Control your organs.
Sir.
So then only this anger will not be there. And not only controlling organs, but the results of the pleasures of the organs which are there, they should not be contemplated. You should not think about them, and you should first get detached from them. If there is no interest in them, there will not be desire. And if there is no desire, then the control will come. And if there is control, then anger will not be there. And if anger is not there, you will get peace of mind. If peace of mind is there, then you will have the um, discrimination of good and bad. And because of your visualizing capacity will increase, and you will be able to concentrate, and that gives you peace of mind, and peace of mind gives you the peace. And ashantasya kutas sukham, where is happiness to ashanti, or one who is not happy, one who is not having a peaceful mind. That is how it is stepwise explained. Anybody else will explain?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Please.
today, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please talk.
Sir, today we learned actually about our emotions and how the bad emotion has the power to overcome our mind and take control of it. So through anger and delusion, it affects the capability of our intelligence, and how our intelligence is lost because of these emotions, because of these bad emotions which take over. And one can control their sense by practicing, freedom of complete mercy from the Lord. And they can, practice on being calm and more, having more power over their senses. And through having more power over their senses, they can have more stable memory or stable intelligence, and can lead a better life.
Very good. You explained in a simple way. And suppose there is another way of telling. Suppose you want to win over the other person, first you make him confused and make him anger. Suppose you are arguing a case, you make the other lawyer come into the angry mood, say something which he does not like, and bring him into unhappy mood, so that he will not be able to argue. He cannot think and he cannot visualize, and he will lose the case. Is it not correct?
Yes, sir.
There is also another way of doing things.
Sir, there is a very famous saying, if you cannot convince them, so confuse them. So, so that way we can confuse them by getting all the bad emotions in their mind in form of anger, and then convince them later with those emotions.
Very good, very good. You are an experienced lawyer, so nice. So you are taught all these things, no?
No, sir.
So first, your mind should be very clear, and you should be able to think in whatever way you want. What type of argument you want to put forth, everything should come to your mind, and your mind should be very clear. And this extends to anything, thinking about God, or getting the Paramapadam, Paramashanti, all these things. These are the different steps to go, is not? So for a better life, we should not get anger, and controlling anger is a very good thing. And because of that, you can achieve many things. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us disperse for today. Okay, Vijaya?
Okay, Mashkar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Guru Garu.
Thank you all for attending and discussing and get them. ఎవరు నీ పేరేంటి మర్చిపోయాను?
గురుగారు
నీ పేరే మర్చిపోయాను ఏంటి?
నవ్య.
నవ్య కూడా చక్కగా చదివింది. వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే, మరొకసారి
అది కాదు తాతగారు, నేను రాములు వారి బొమ్మ గీసాను.
అది
నేను రాముల వారి బొమ్మ గీసాను తాతగారు.
నువ్వా? చూపించు. నువ్వు అది మెయిల్లో పెట్టి పంపించు నాకు వాట్సాప్ లో పంపించే. ఓకేమా? ఓకే బై. మరొకసారి ఈ ప్రశాంతత కోసం, ప్రస్తుత పరిస్థితి చక్కబడడం కోసం ఒక్క నిమిషం మనం మనంగా ఉండి ప్రార్థిద్దాం. అప్పుడు డిస్పర్స్ అవుదాం. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓకే, బై.